All right, welcome everyone to the Justin, aka Deconstruction Zone After Party. Once again, Justin, thanks so much for being a guest on Mike and my show tonight. Appreciate you coming on.
I'm glad to be here.
I have a complaint.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on, just let me get my little grenade. Take a number for complaints.
I'll take that first number. Thank you. That's not the intro, Neil. I put it in the thing because I can't upload videos onto this, remember? Because I have to be like the host.
Oh.
So I did the sing-along video. It's done. And I was like, he added it. And then I was like, no,
that's not the right one.
there was no sing-along. But I'm Mikey, and everyone else will be introduced by Neil. I'm going to go until Neil has him. Because it is worth the wait, ladies and gents. Let me tell you, it is great. It's fantastic.
All right, I'll make sure I get it up there at some point.
I will send
yeah. So in here so far with us, we have my very good friend Stephanie Helms is with us.
Oh wait! I got it. Oh wait, there is.
We have one of the newer producers for the other channel that Mikey and I do some work on, Skeptic Haven. We got Mr. Michael Earhart with us.
Not a quick
And we've also got the wonderful Sadie is also with us tonight.
Good to meet you.
Oh, you get the foghorn. And of course, my brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Olliman.
Good evening. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Mike.
He's here.
I was like, too, buddy.
I was like, I don't know when I'm going to use gasp, but maybe it'll be Ollie's button. I don't know. Just
so pay no attention to the guy at the bottom of the screen who's doing illegal things on.
Yeah, well, I know what he's cooking over there.
Well, it's not illegal here, but you know,
it's not here
Well,
either.
in my home state, they finally legalized it, so it's okay here.
What's your home state?
It's okay here.
I'm down in Ohio. I'm just on the other side of the lake.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm from Missouri, and they also legalized it, and I was like, oh, and they also legalized open carry, and I'm like, now see, certain things are probably good ideas, and certain things are probably not good ideas.
Right.
It's Jabba's brother, Odabba the Hutt.
See, and
if I had $1, there are so many theists that will get on my panel and claim that their personal experience is proof of their God. And then the story will start with, well, this one time when I was like really high or like when I was on drugs. Like, wait. You're telling me the proof of your God happened while you were on drugs? Go figure.
You can be wrong.
Time at band camp?
You can be wrong while you're high, but you're going to have a really hard time trying to lie. While you're high, you can't help but tell the truth because the truth is funny for some reason.
Usually it's more funny than your lies are.
Right. I can't think of a lie while I'm high.
It's hard to think when you're elevated. Like the thinking capacity gets lowered pretty drastically.
I
don't know. I think sometimes I've written some pretty interesting lyrics while I've been high. So
every
by the way,
I wrote while I was high.
Well, I mean, there's the example of the Book of Revelation. That guy was really high.
And the guy who wrote Genesis.
And I can't.
My man
pretty high.
My man put the trees before the sun. Like he was clearly smoking something that day.
Yeah,
and every book in between there.
John of Patmos was tripping his brains out. Come on.
I am going to put this up on the screen because my friend Jason Freer has said this in the chat, and I agree. And I'm hoping to be there for BajaCon 2025 because I found out some more of my friends are actually going to be talking there. Like,
yeah, they posted the list.
Gut Sick Gibbon is going to be there this year.
What's BajaCon? I don't know about that.
Blue Water Atheists, Humanists, and Agnostics convention that they hold every year, and it's in Sarnia, Ontario. So it's
okay. I know where Sarnia is.
Yeah,
I was about to say it's just across
I'll
the lake.
be there.
That's right now. When is it going to be?
August 8th through 10th, I think, this year.
Oh shit! I'll be free.
Americans.
Maybe I'll make a trip.
Americans, we need to get a couple of submarines in Lake Michigan because I don't like how Canada's been looking at us lately. No, just a couple submarines. Don't tell them how deep they are.
Hey, Mikey, it seems to me like we need a 11th, 12th, and maybe 15th province, right?
Ollie's a little bit sore.
I'm in.
Ollie's a little bit sore because Fox News Sam Waters decided that it's a funny thing to joke about annexing Canada and turning it into a Democratic and a Republican state for balance.
Fucking
You
dickhead.
know, he's like, Canada's got AI, they've got oil, they've got it all. You want it? Canada's got it, and we have ways of convincing them to share it with us. And Ollie was sitting there fucking. Ollie usually just doesn't fucking pay attention. He's fucking high. He's playing a game already. That motherfucker's
Yeah.
like this.
What? No, fuck that guy.
He says, I think I'm offended.
Do you know what Canadians did during World War One? Well, get ready for some more.
He's been on the pain train.
Never mind World War One.
He's been on the pain
War of
train.
1812.
We commit war crimes. We invent war crimes. Most of them, right? We invent them, and then they go in the Geneva Convention. Not allowed to do this anymore. All right.
So Canada shut down the whole party.
The last two successful invasions of the United States Capitol were Donald Trump's little trick and the War of 1812.
Oh,
That
yeah, that's
CEO
right.
of
Ready
the,
for the
of
White House
the-
to burn again.
the CEO of that insurance company, that made me think of so men in power. There's a man in power who could have done a whole lot to help people, but instead he went the other way. I don't know if you guys know this, but Franz Ferdinand, who was shot to start World War I, he was actually going to do a whole bunch of reforms and go the other way and help the Slavs. And well, they shot him.
Not today, you not.
Right.
But my point is, he was going to do a whole bunch of great things, and then he was unalived. So that's weird that doesn't happen a lot. That people in power go that way.
I think it would happen more if we didn't have really good security. I think it's pretty hard to get close to these figures. I was in South Bend, Indiana, one time when the president came through, when Obama came through to speak at Notre Dame.
Oh man!
I mean, people who live there couldn't even get in. Like, it was crazy.
It shuts the whole half of the city down. It's so annoying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard.
Oh yeah, like Chicago, where when they come and they shut down all
Mm-hmm.
they open the bridges so you can't get across.
Right.
Yay! Stay the hell
you're
out of the
stuck
city.
You're stuck downtown.
Just
If
freaking.
you're downtown, you're stuck.
Just
I went
somebody
out of town
send them
during
a.
the DNC.
Just someone send them a link so that they can zoom into the conference. Ain't nobody trying to have you fucking. And half of Chicago is one-way streets. So heaven forbid they block off the one street you know how to get to your spot on. It's like, oh shit. That connects up over across the other. Oh, that bridge closed. Go back. That's. Look, I'm not a pathfinder. Okay. Just a dude.
That brings up a good point. Hologram technology is getting pretty damn good. Like, we've got Michael Jackson hologram concerts happening. Why can't we just teleport the speech in hologram?
Mm-hmm.
Or just send an
Yeah, I don't know.
just send an email. That's fine. No one wants your punk ass over here. No way. Like, just stay your ass in DC and send an email. God, we know what you look like. Go away. Unless there's some sort of sport. Did you see
Alright.
the video, Neil?
What video?
Hold on.
The video.
Hold please.
Holding. What video are you referring to?
The after party intro video.
Oh.
It's in the drive.
Play it.
It's in the Google Drive?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the drive, he says. All right.
It is.
All right.
Oh, I posted today. I was going through my Facebook memories. I saw the what's it called? I had done the Tide Pod challenge like 9 years ago. You guys remember the Tide Pod challenge
No.
Yeah.
where people were eating Tide Pods? Well, I had the Tide
Sadly,
Pod in
yes.
my hand, and then I threw it into an empty washing machine and closed the door and pressed start because that's what you're supposed to do. And I said, "Fucking idiots!" And I was just like, and then like the caption I put on today was like, it's worse than when the kids were doing this now. Like Tide Pods used to be our biggest worry. Like, I hope the kids aren't eating Tide Pods for real. That would be so stupid. Man, how naive we were about how good the times were back then when the biggest worry was the kids eating detergent. But now it's gone.
And lawn darts,
Oh, lawn darts are fantastic.
Neighbor catchers.
I played with lawn darts as a kid, and as an adult.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much additional butane did it take to heat up the lawn dart so you could?
Well, interesting story on that.
No way.
You
did.
All right, I'm here for it.
We were trying to play lawn darts in the winter, and and it was night, so it was dark out. So for some reason, my butt we were decided I got some gasoline. So the target that you're supposed to throw the lawn dart at, he circled the target in gasoline, lit it on fire, and that's what we were throwing at. Yeah. Okay.
And then he heated up the dart and grabbed some hash and did hot knives with it.
That's
What we were waiting for the story to end.
Sorry, I wasn't going there. But just flaming lawn darts. That's all.
Yeah, that's scary. Let's
poor neighbors.
take this insanely dangerous activity and add more danger to it.
Oh yeah.
Add fire.
Well, we were drunk too, so it was.
Of course.
Triple threat.
That reminds me of the classic New Zealand Dance of the Flaming Assholes. Ever heard of that one?
It's a good time.
No, tell me more.
That's where. Well, you take a flashlight and put it in your butt crack, and just sort of do a line dance. Yeah, some Kiwis told me about that down in St. Martin, sitting there. I was like, I don't even have any idea how the topic came up. But, have you ever heard of the Dance of the Flaming Assholes? It's like, what? Found out.
I want to know how you convince a group of people to do that.
You get them drunk.
Yeah, there's definitely drugs involved. Yeah.
It sounds like it could be edifying to some degree. I mean,
I think it'd be a hoot. But
I'm way easier to be convinced to do dumb shit on alcohol than on drugs. By the way,
I have to stay clean until Monday when I have a drug test for my new job.
well, congratulations on the new job, and
Yes.
then you get high
Mhm.
as a kite.
Yep.
What in the hell is that?
That was like my sound on my phone. It was too loud.
You
Wow. How professional.
Sorry.
Jeez.
How did this?
That's how I feel.
where the-
Oh, I don't have my soundboard on. I would play the shame bells for you right now. Shame.
shame,
Shame.
shame.
Hey, at least it closed the other.
Oh, that's such a good one.
That is like overused on the sound. But that my air horn. Air horn has to get used all the time though. Fucking.
I've never been able to figure out if you can add little effects to your soundboard in this app. It'd be kind of nice. You could do that.
Well, you can
Justin.
add probably an alternate sound source, right?
You
Yeah.
can
Like
upload. Yeah, you can upload media, but there are these little shortcut things that you hit the thing, and you get the air horn, or you get the
Okay.
crowd wildly cheering, or that kind of thing. I don't know if you can actually add to those the selection of
Mm-mm.
those things. Yeah. Never tried.
Justin, I was gonna- Nice. Justin, I was going to ask you, what years were you doing that youth pass thing? What time was
So it would have been like 2002 to 2005. And then I was in various ministries while I was in Bible college and seminary. And then when I was in seminary, I was actually involved in multiple ministries at once. So like if you go to a typical seminary, it's kind of like engineering school where they want you to do a co-op. So a typical engineering degree, a lot of schools is actually 5 years because a whole year of that is taken up by doing every other semester doing a co-op where you work for an employer and they teach you the actual tools of the trade, because believe it or not, in engineering school, there's a lot of things you don't learn.
Oh, sorry.
Mikey.
Hello.
I didn't do
found
all
it.
right. No, that's
It was
not
me. It was me.
But
That was me.
seminary is
went
the
to-
same way.
I went to DeVry for my engineering, so it's completely, it was a good school, and my dad went there. But
Yeah. Were you able to put it to use though?
actually, I didn't finish. I
Okay.
stayed in music. That's what I was doing before I got in there, and it's what I decided to continue doing. And that didn't work out either, but it was more fun.
I had
find
to. I just got really curious as to the derivation, the etymology of the word seminary. Were you aware of the fact that it's from the late Middle English, denoting a seed plot? I figured it had to have something to do with. I mean, seminary.
I didn't know that.
You know, I mean, it's like coming like a wild man. Did I say that? Sorry, I'll mute myself.
Or even the word seminal, his seminal work. Oh yeah. Still
I'm sorry, what?
related.
I'm curious how that name of school came to be. Now, people don't realize this too, but there are seminaries of other religions too. Like you can actually go to, like the University of Chicago. Part of at one point, the part of the university that did Islamic studies was part of the seminary, right? So it's kind of been co-opted by Christians, but it's been used for other religions too. But I don't understand how the name came to be applied.
Catholics.
Maybe it was
I
originally
grew up
pronounced
Catholic.
seminary.
Abrahamus seminaeus in secula seculorum. Amen.
The original seminaries were all Catholic institutions, though.
Well,
Obviously.
Yale University was founded, and actually, so was Harvard. Both Yale and Harvard were founded as divinity schools.
Quite a few of them, actually.
Teach.
Yeah. There's a surprising amount of schools that started out as seminaries, but then realized that they need to teach other things to stay open, because only so many people want to go to a divinity school and learn religion, because they're already in church every Sunday giving their money to a priest, and they're like, what do I need to get? I don't have the money for school. I already gave it to the priest.
Right.
Tons of mice. My third wife was a seminary.
She was
By the way-
artificially in seminary.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
If
By
you
the
do
way,
missionary in the seminary,
Justin, if you do make it to BajaCon, you get to get one of these wonderful bottles of unholy water.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Yep.
So I was looking at it. There's a couple of speakers that I recognize.
oh yeah.
But not all of them.
Well, I know Forrest Valkai, who's another friend of mine, is going to be there as well
Yeah.
next year, and he's amazing.
He's returning.
Yeah. Forrest is a pretty
F
cool
too,
dude.
right?
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy.
But a lot of these guys I don't know. I don't know Dr. Anthony or Dr. Abby. I know Seth. I don't know John. Like a lot of
Abby
these people
Hayter?
I've never seen before.
You know Seth, right?
Yeah.
With Anders. Yeah, he's good people.
He's like the face of atheism. Him and like Matt
voice.
Dillahunty. Yeah, the voice for sure.
he's the voice of atheism.
When
But
I had,
I
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I kind of cut my teeth on atheism listening to Matt Dillahunty, because he was so entertaining to watch, and even though when I first started watching him, I wasn't an atheist yet. I was like, I mean, he's making really good points, and he's a whole lot of fun. And every time a theist calls in, it was like this guy was like, "Oh, I'm in Bible college and I'm an apologist," and I was like, "Oh, this is not going to go well. It's not going to turn out the way you think."
Yeah, because he knows all that shit too, because he did the same thing. He was practicing
Exactly,
to become a pastor, right? So,
Yeah.
He's got a really nice house, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I've been over there.
I hope he's. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a public figure like Matt Dillahunty, but like I hope he's able to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
He does. He does.
Okay.
He does. So he still does. He's no longer with the Atheist Experience. He's now on The Line, which is a whole host of different shows that Jimmy Snow
I saw that
and puts up there. They have the what's the name of that one, Stephanie?
Transatlantic.
Transatlantic, right?
The Transatlantic Call-In
Transatlantic.
Show.
Right.
Tax.
They have,
I better check into
bunch
that.
of-
Hold on. The Transatlantic Call-In Show.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been on
is
there.
the acronym.
I've been on there, what, 6-7 times nowadays.
See a
Has there been
cat?
that many? Wow.
There's a Scooby. Mhm.
I better subscribe. Wonder how
Uh,
I didn't know about that. Okay.
I hosted with or co-hosted with Matt on one of the Line call-in shows one time. That was a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
I'm just
it-
like he knows. Listen to him. I'm just here as a face. So
Mm.
Look at this face.
Aw. What a cutie.
He's really cute. Scooby.
It's interesting when I pull open the Transatlantic call-in show. It just brings me to The Line. Is this just another?
The Line is the
It's-
host
yeah.
for all of them.
Oh,
There's like 5 or 6 shows.
Yeah,
The
it's
Line is
hang
the
up.
umbrella.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Kind of like
I gotta-
Atheist or ACA is the umbrella for a bunch of the
Right.
shows that I've been on there as well, like
Yeah.
nonprofits, Truth Wanted, stuff like that.
I did get. I was on The Line a couple weeks ago with John Gleason, the Godless Engineer.
Yeah.
And actually, tomorrow, what is today? Yeah, today's Saturday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Atheist Experience main show with Secular Rarity.
Oh, that's cool.
Should
Good
be
old
exciting.
SR.
Yeah,
I
Elliot's good people.
I know they're really great guys, and I've seen them, over the years, and I guess I never really thought that I would end up on a show with these people because I was just like,
Well,
it was never my intention.
I wanted
Yeah.
you to do one with me on Skeptic Haven, but you were like, "Oh, I can't do Sundays."
Yeah, well, Sunday evenings are difficult for me because I'm usually live streaming on Sunday evenings.
Yeah, I know that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But,
Wes told me to hit you
yeah.
up.
yes, but it's interesting to me because I never thought I was going to be in the debate space. Like I know like most people who know me only know me as somebody in the debate space, but that was never my intention. So it's so weird being here.
It's kind of fun how it works out that way.
Mhm.
Because the moment you
Tim.
start speaking about things, hey Tim, that people are going to call you out on because they think you're wrong, right? So you're going to end up in that space, especially if you talk about stuff like religion or politics, right? So
Yeah. And I think there's a natural tendency, like when you get up and you make a statement that somebody disagrees with, it doesn't matter if it's religion or politics. There's just something inside of human beings that are like, they said something that's wrong. I need to tell them that they're wrong. I don't know what that thing is, but I know that it's there,
yeah.
I sold mine. Couldn't
Yes,
afford it.
there's
I had to
someone
sell it.
being wrong. There's someone being wrong on the internet.
Well,
It's an anal
Nancy-
hair trigger. It's an anal hair trigger. That's what it is.
Oh, I think
really. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
Just real quick, Nancy's in the chat, and she's one of the Apostate sisters, and I did a show with them, and I think it's up now. At least I've seen a bunch of clips from it where my shitty opinion is spoken about and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a bunch of clips there, and I think the whole video is out now over on the Apostate Sisters channel. If you guys want to check,
I don't think I'm subscribed to them yet either.
Oh,
Oh, they're
oh, you
awesome.
got
awesome.
you got invited,
Yeah.
Neil? Must be nice. Must
There's
be-
so many
must be fun.
channels in
They
this
didn't-
space
they
that I
didn't
don't
meet
know
you.
about.
They came over here.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
They did come over here.
They know
Maybe
who
they'll
I
get you
am.
on. Yeah.
They don't want me.
there
I'm
you
ugly. I must
Well,
be
this is-
ugly.
They might
I'm
not think you
hideous.
might want to do it because you don't go to things like BajaCon, Mikey.
Oh, dig.
Ollie,
oh,
thank
listen.
you so much for volunteering to finance a babysitter for me. Thank you. How many days is the conference?
That's
3
really
days?
sweet of you,
Ollie,
You
that
really
is a brother. And then you're gonna fly me out so I don't have to drive 9 hours
No,
one
fuck that.
way.
I'm driving.
Ollie's one generous dude there, Mikey. No
Man,
question.
Not that generous. Fuck that.
Oh, you
Pretty
is
generous,
that
yeah.
generous,
Oh, wait.
motherfucker.
Oh,
You
you're-
is. Thank you. I'm saying as I take your stuff. Thank you for your donation.
Ollie drove all the way from Prince Edward Island just to pick me
Yep.
up to take me to Baja Con. So that's pretty cool right there. And that's like
Yeah.
1,000-something kilometers or some shit.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drove for 22 and a half hours to get there to pick you up. Yep.
Y'all got me confused. If y'all think I'm
Uh,
doing that.
You're coming up next, Mikey.
Hey.
In
I knew I
the
just had to cry.
Thank you,
in
Archer.
the atheist space, like the atheist spaces, at least on YouTube and whatnot, is anyone compiling a list of like, hey, I'm a new atheist, who should I follow? Is there a list
Yes.
out there?
Yes.
If you go to, at least
getting
I
it
don't know how updated it is, but I will talk with him because he's going to be actually co-hosting one of the call-in shows on Skeptic Channel or on Skeptic Haven with me shortly. His name's Randolph Richardson, and he's the president of Canadian Atheists, which I'm the community advocate for. There is a channel there is a page there that lists a whole bunch of different atheist channels, so you can definitely check that out too. And our friend Dave in the chat used to do a video every once in a while about different channels to check out that are revolved around atheism. So
I'd love to put together a list that I can share with people and say, hey, go look at these people's channels. These are people in the space. Now that you're new here, here's an introduction. You know what I mean?
Well, there you go, Justin. Nancy says she'd love to share what she has as well. She started a list as well. So.
Yes, Nancy. Is Nancy in the chat? Can I put a message in here and she can see it or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no. Okay, let me throw it in.
Mikey, have
Hi,
you seen
Alma.
this? Hi, Alma. Mikey, have you seen the song from Apostate? No, I haven't, because she doesn't show me stuff. She doesn't want me to see her stuff. It's a secret, apparently. No one can know about it.
I don't think I'm on the one on Blue Sky, at least not yet. Anyways,
let me see if I can find it.
I joined Blue Sky a long time ago, and now it's just like booming.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I was one of the like 50,000 or below first people that joined that thing, and now there's like millions of people.
Got to take them out. There can be
You
only
just
one.
have to get an invite.
Yeah, I was there slightly before you were. You know.
Yeah, I know. And you had to get an invite, I think.
Glad to see it. You had to get an invite and all program. Yeah.
I don't know
was
what to
glad when
post
you
on
showed
Blue
up.
Sky. Like I never understood Twitter. Like I don't. Like
Just
I
post
feel like
what you're doing. Come over to my
I don't
TikTok.
know.
Check out this. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, it's weird to me because I feel compelled to like post like something in the text format because I feel like Twitter is a text format, but like I don't know what to post. Like what could I post in text that anyone would want to hear? On YouTube, I can post a video. I know what people want to see on YouTube. They want to see videos.
Sure. But you can promote yourself on, that's what I use, Twitter and Blue Sky. Well, I interact with a lot of these guys as well over there, but not so much Twitter anymore because I put it on like, what do you call it? Like on a hiatus where I just go in there to look at messages because Twitter's a shitstorm. And most of my stuff I do over on Blue Sky now, but I still promote my stuff on Twitter as well, because there are still, I mean, I've lost over 2,000 followers on Twitter because of the whole migration over to Blue Sky. Many people, as we call it, the exodus, right? So many people over on Blue Sky were following me on Twitter, and it's amazing how many you lose when everyone moves over. Like thousands are gone now, because I had almost 9,000.
Aunt Jer, clean it up, please. We say ejaculate around here.
Oh no.
Or seminary.
Or seminary.
Seminary cum pillows.
Seminary fluid.
Pronounce that right, would you?
It's. I think she's using the cum in the Latin sense. You know. You know?
Right.
Cum, like summa cum laude.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys ran into the there's a troll account on TikTok for Buster Cherry?
No.
That's pretty good.
He's a fake pastor. He's hilarious. He's a friend of mine, but he runs a channel, and the name of the church is Church Under Most High. And if you sound it out, it's Church Under the Most High, come for short. And then they sell holy products too. They've got Come mouthwash.
Oh,
and
good.
In the advertisement, they'll say rub some cum on your gun, cum on your gums.
Really?
Crazy.
And they say this and they haven't gone blind yet. What the hell?
It's a wild channel. I definitely.
They both come on screen and they got the thickest glasses you ever seen. You're like,
oh yeah.
Not yet. Okay, how's early?
Wasn't Trump Jr. just caught rubbing it into his gums just the other day?
What?
Trump Jr. Trump Jr. was caught rubbing it into his gums.
You know, I heard that there's a rise in oral gonorrhea right now in the United States. I said, is it? And I asked the person that told me that, is it happening in the red states? Is swallowing just safer?
I'm glad I live in Canada.
All these anti-LGBTQ men taking STDs back to their wives. Yeah. Y'all explain it, because I don't need to explain it. Y'all know where y'all got them cooties from, and you went and brought it to your whole family, but you're not gay. You're not gay. Your mouth says different. Those bumps on your mouth say different.
Well,
I hate to
you've been hanging out with people outside of your fucking marriage, so don't get mad at us.
Some of the most searched terminologies in the South for watching pornography is like gay and trans. Yeah, in the South, and I think it's just one of those things that people that are like sexually repressed.
Yeah,
they always they want the thing that they're not supposed to have. It's like the forbidden fruit, right?
It's so tempting.
I was saying earlier today, it's why it's so effective, because people are uncomfortable. A lot of people, tons of people are uncomfortable, even thinking about, speaking about, considering notions of sex and gender. That's why it's so effective. You just, the whole idea is to get people upset. What better way to get people upset than to be an asshole about sex and gender on,
No,
that's why they spent $210 million going against trans people in the past election. Did the Democrats say anything about it? No, they didn't say a fucking word about it.
But Stephanie, there's 40 people playing high school sports, and we have to do something right now.
Yeah.
There's 40 people.
I was going to make a quick comment on how Justin's actually very effective, because I saw a recent conversation he had with sound like a young woman who was religious. Do you remember that one? You talked to her for maybe like an hour. Yeah. And it ended really happily. It seemed like it was interesting. She said almost like, I'm kind of new to Christianity, but the apologetics were there. The apologetics were strong with her. And so by the end of it, it seemed like she kind of liked you. It seemed like she had kind of warmed up to you a little bit. It was a casual conversation. And that's how you actually change minds. Because what I see from a lot of shows is they come off hostile as soon as there's this one little gap between people. It turns into, you're the enemy. We have this great divide between us. And frankly, I think a lot of people leave those shows actually going further away from, and that it drives me crazy, because if we're going to change minds on LGBT issues or any issues, we have to win them over. And it sucks because there's a lot of people with horrible views out there, and we have to somehow bring them back to, helpful views for society.
Right.
I'd like to say in defense of those shows real quickly, I'd like to say those shows that you're talking about that are toxic, they also have great counter apologetics. So they're not trying to reach the person they're talking to. They're trying to reach the larger audience. And so hopefully that toxicity doesn't bleed through to those people they're trying to reach. I do know what you're talking about.
No
Psychologically, it doesn't work. Psychologically, when you play to the base like that, you only polarize your side, and your side just falls apart. Psychologically, this doesn't work. Sorry, I'm very passionate about it. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Right.
Well, I can think of a few shows that I know where the person is like that, and he is great. I'm not going to mention any names, but he's incredible at what he does. But he can be a little toxic. But anyway.
Yeah, I think it is very personality specific. So like, I'm a very black and white type of guy. Like if I'm watching a show and somebody is upset and they're saying things, I'm literally just listening to the words that they're saying. Like the fact that they're upset isn't really a problem for me.
Right.
But I know a lot of people. One of my best friends, if he's listening to a conversation and somebody's getting overly upset, he has to turn it off. He can't even watch it. And so I definitely know from experience that there is a category of people that once the temperature in the room gets elevated to a certain point, they can't handle it. They can't even stay in it. In fact, one of my good friends that the first person I ever met on TikTok, who was kind enough to let me interview her on my YouTube channel. Her name's Sarah. Her TikTok handle is Leaving Faith. She's amazing.
I'm trying to get her on the show too, but
she's awesome. I'll talk to her.
Put in a word for
sure
us, Justin.
Don't worry, I'll get her on. Don't worry. Thank you.
Awesome.
So
amazing.
Sarah's amazing. She is. Listen, she's got a PhD. She's a physiologist. She's absolutely a brilliant person. Yeah, she's just awesome. So, but here's the thing, like when she's watching my debates, when the temperature in the room gets to a particular level, she turns it off because she is not. That's not something that she tolerates well. Like she doesn't do well in that environment. I know that there are other people like that. So I know that sometimes the conversation gets heated and some people love it. It makes for a great show. If it bleeds, it leads. You know what I mean? But I know there are good-hearted people out there as well that they probably could be convinced if you keep the discourse at a particular level, if that makes sense.
I think what's sad is we have to learn from Trump, because if you listen to what he says, he always calls himself the victim. They're coming after me. They're coming after your president. If you listen to Trump, you'd think he was the most, attacked guy in the world because of the way he talks. And there's a psychological aspect to this of people side with victims. If people feel like someone's getting attacked, they're more often to, think, hey, we need to protect this person. We need to help them. So I'm just hoping, Justin, a conversation earlier was what people should watch in this space. I would say Neil, the 604 Atheist, sorry, Neil, right there, of course. I would say Deconstruction Zone, and Alex O'Connor, I think, is one of the best communicators in this space. But you know your stuff, Justin.
I think so. I appreciate that. And, believe it or not, when I first started debating people on some of these topics, I tried to talk about topics that I knew very well because, when I started debating people, it's been 10 years since I left seminary. It's like there's a lot of stuff I don't remember, right?
A little rusty.
And so I was rusty. So I found very quickly, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go back and study my notes because people knew that I had an education. And I was like, what you can never do if you're a debater is you can never say something that's false because they will remember it forever. People will throw it in your face for the rest of eternity. And then you lose your credibility, right? So I was like, I need to make sure that when I say things, it's always true, so it doesn't come back on me. So probably my first couple months debating, I had to dig into all of my old notes, all of my old commentaries, and like relearn everything that I knew and part of forgot. And it's pretty wild. But I would say this: I don't know how I'm perceived in the debate spaces around TikTok or YouTube or anything like that. But
they totally hate you, dude.
My personal opinion, though, is that I think when somebody is in a group of people and if there's multiple claims happening, right? Doesn't matter who the person is. When we're in a group discussion and there are multiple claims being levied, typically the person that provides the evidence always wins the argument. And so I've focused all of my live streams around, am I making a claim that I can prove or am I making a claim that I like? and I only make claims that I can prove. And it's a pretty good tactic, because if I'm only making claims that I can back up with evidence, then I'm basically never wrong. And the people that challenge me always, they look silly because it turns out that they don't have any evidence.
Maybe this will be an unpopular opinion here in the room, but I think I'm agreeing that with agnostic that that discourse surrounding grievance is always appealing to people.
Yeah.
And it is a tactic. It is, and certainly Donald Trump used it to great effect. FDR used it to great effect in 1936 at the Madison Square Garden speech, where he says, all of these programs to benefit the poor, the rich people hate me for it, and I welcome their hatred. That's playing to the same kind of politics of grievance. The problem is, though, that a part of the result of taking it down that road, is that the people who are the targets of that grievance get blamed, whether they stand up and defend themselves or not. And that is the pernicious aspect of the whole thing. It's like there's been so much coverage in the media blaming the victims of the Republican smear campaign for the Democrats' loss in the election. We didn't do anything.
Right.
We just existed. But in lots of people's minds, it was our fault that Donald Trump won just by being alive.
And if I can push back a little bit on Agnostic's point, like it's fine to like try to welcome in some people and use, some people need a softer hand, but bullies need to get dealt with. They're not going to like, just shrink because people stop. Like they're just going to get more aggro and go for like, weaker people, like, so when I run into bullies, I unbully them.
Well, no,
because there's one thing like to like disagree with people, but when people turn on that bully mode and they're like, aha, and you're going to burn in hell. I'm like, which hell? Point to it. Use your good hand and point to hell for me, because you know where it is. You're telling me I'm going to go. So like being aggressive to like shitty people, I think needs to happen, because the people who are of that belief system need to see that this aggressive wing that you may be tempted to follow is only going to get you smacked. Like you better stay chill, because if you get aggro, you will get smacked down, if that makes any sense.
I think for me personally, I think there's different levels of discourse for the situation. Meeting a bully in the public, I think would be different than meeting a bully on if the guy was the president, right? I think there's different levels of discourse. So like if some guy is bullying you and you're just a nobody and he's a nobody and you throw down in the parking lot, no one cares. But if you're having a beef with the president and you take a swipe at him, everybody cares about that. And I agree with Agnostic. Like when it turned out that there was an attempt on Donald Trump's life, the minute I heard about it, I said, oh, well, he's the next president. That's what's going to happen, because everybody loves a good president who's not just a victim, but now he's the hero. He survived a shooting. That one thing, I think, gave him the edge he needed during the election. That they hate me so much and that they tried to take my life, but that be damned, I still made it. You know what I mean? And that's a compelling argument for a lot of people. Look at this badass running for office.
My reaction to that, when that happened, I was like, holy shit. And then I saw it, and I saw him stand up and raise his fist and say fight. And that's when I was just like, we are so screwed, because
that's it.
And so, Mikey, I agree. You should not let bullies get away with things. I 100% agree. But I'm just lauding Justin here, because I see him these people come in and they're all mad at him. And my favorite thing you do, Justin, is they're all mad and they get all worked up and they're like, I just want to tell you this one thing. I just want to tell you let me just tell you my story. And you're like, okay, I'll give you 30 seconds, a minute. Go ahead, start telling your story. And they just start. Well, when I was, and then you're like, okay, why do they always fall for it? That is the perfect, because they've hung themselves on this. They've made themselves look like a fool. and then you just laugh and you're happy, and you feel joyful for you, and the optics on it is really good. You mentioned earlier how you don't want to bring up certain topics of the optics, and it's tough because you're in this debate space. And I think you're bringing people in, is what I want to say, is you're pulling people in. That girl you spoke to, I think, is a little closer to questioning. You're not going to win her over in a day, but she's going to have a few more questions after that. She might be a Christian for the rest of her life, but she's got a few more questions.
Yeah, but that's my goal. So a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people that are, like, when you're in the debate space, people think that your only goal is to win the debate, right? But that's not my only goal. My goal is for people to hear my message and be convinced by my message. And so for me personally, and everyone's different, right? So like, I know people in the debate space where their goal is to hammer the opponent and embarrass the opponent. And that could be effective. That's a very effective strategy sometimes. That's not my goal. My goal is to convince me, not me, but whoever talking to me, and to convince the audience that I am in fact right. And I've had quite a few people come to me where I've talked to them once, and then they come back and they're like, it looks like, you made some really good points, but here's some other things. And they come back a third. And by the time I talk to them the fourth time, they're like, yeah, I left a religion. I get a lot of messages from people in my Discord and elsewhere, especially on TikTok, saying like, hey, listen, you convinced me completely that this is all bogus. And so like, I know that my message is reaching people, and that is my goal. My goal is not to win debates. My goal is to reach people with a particular message, to bring them out of a religion that personally I feel is toxic. And I didn't know it was toxic until I got out of the religion. When I was in the religion, you can justify a lot of behaviors. But once you're outside of the religion and you're looking at it without religious glasses, you're like, that's really fucked up behavior. We shouldn't be encouraging that kind of a thing. And I made this comment a long time ago. And, it seems to be true for everybody, not just myself, but people who grew up or spent time in religion, and they had to make up reasons why it was wrong to be gay, or wrong to be trans, or there was something wrong with you that you needed to be converted, pray the gay away. Every atheist I've ever met, when they left their religion, the first thing they did was they became vehement supporters of the LGBTQ community, because once you leave religion, it's clear that that was the only reason you had to not like these people, or to somehow demean these people. So like for me, like when I left, like it was such it was so easy to look back and be like, oh yeah, I was the asshole.
I am an asshole.
Yeah, it's true.
Your gentle
It's true.
demeanor. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to tell that it is true, because when you start listening, and when you're a Christian and you listen to a debate, you are going like, oh yeah, my guy is going to make this atheist shut up because he's evil. And then you realize that that the guy you were supposed to be like the good guy is lying.
Wait, I forgot. You're supposed to be evil.
So,
Hang on.
yeah. So yeah, that is one thing that to me was like, oh my god, this is not good. So I used to stop watching those debates for a while when I was a Christian, because I was like, it was bothering me a lot. Love the horns.
Yeah.
You like the horns? Yeah. I'm horny.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, what?
What?
You know those snakes you
What?
light on fire? Those snakes you light on fire and it turns into a big black. That's kind of what those remind me of too, coming out of your head.
Oh, the
Justin, I
yeah.
was going to say your gentle demeanor when you talk to these people totally reminds me of, there's a guy who's a pastor whose whole thing is anti-flirf stuff. He's got a channel called the Final Solution, I think is the name of his channel.
Holy shit!
Why
would you do that?
He is so gentle with these people, and they're hot. I mean, you know, all the flirts are just they're boiling mad.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Boiling
morons. The way you are reminds me of the way he is. The only problem is though, he doesn't calm them down ever. There's just no way to. I'm not trying to disparage, but there's no way to, there's no way to bring that temperature down.
It's really hard. I've had some good success talking to the flurfs, but here's the thing. Like, no matter what I prove to a flurf, they will never admit that they're wrong. And so it's very difficult. Like, I bring up the satellites a lot because I've actually programmed GPS units before. So like, I know that the code inside of GPS units for long range GPS units, they take into account the trigonometry is taking into account the curvature of the Earth. Otherwise, you can't pinpoint the location of where you're at, because you need to know from each satellite, you need to know how far you are from the satellite, and the satellite needs to know how far it is from the Earth. And none of that works unless it's a globe.
And the curvature of space-time.
Yes, exactly.
Into account too.
Yeah. So the satellites actually are a good demonstration that time is in fact relative, because the satellites have to adjust their time because of the speed that they're traveling within orbit. So it's really interesting. The satellite technology really kind of debunks flat Earth theory, and they only have one of two options. They have to say, well, I don't have an explanation for that, or they have to call me a liar, just insist that I'm lying to everybody.
You're denying.
And the fact that GPS works is a pretty good demonstration that it's not a lie.
Right.
It's like, well, what do you do with your iPhone? Well, how do you know where you are? Well, it's like,
right.
They have to reach up and slap the face of technology as they sit in its lap. Well, that's the reach up and slap God while you're.
And they'll say things like, well, there's no satellites. They're weather balloons. I was like, I've seen satellites get launched. I know they get launched. I've watched it happen.
Why all done in the studio though.
Yeah, but like we've got like $1 million satellites being launched. You think that they're spending all that money to send a bunch of space junk into space and then claim it's a satellite later? That's crazy.
Well, they do that anyways. There's tons of space junk up there.
There is, right? But nobody's paying for it to be launched up there.
No.
They're gonna clip that, Neil. They're gonna clip that now.
Oh, that's fine. They can clip whatever they want.
And you know what else they'll say? They're like, oh, if there's all these satellites up there, how aren't they running into each other? I'm like, do you know how big the Earth is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The aliens
the aliens control those satellites from the center of the hollow moon, where they've got a little.
That's right.
At the refueling station. I forgot.
Do you know where that whole thing started? Do you know how that started? What happened?
What?
One of the astronauts on the moon dropped something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something fairly heavy, and it hit the ground on the moon and made like a ringing bell sound.
Oh.
Right, but it doesn't. Now they know that the moon's not hollow, but for whatever reason, maybe it's partial vacuum or something, it just made that weird resonance type sound when it hit the ground. So people picked up on that and went, oh, well, the moon must be hollow because it rang like a bell. No, it didn't ring like a bell. It was just more of a weird resonant sound that I guess you could mistake as a bell, but it's not a bell because it's not fucking hollow. So that's where it came from.
It was cowbell is what it was. It was a cowbell.
Yeah.
Cows
hey,
on
moon.
The cow jumped over the
cowbell.
moon, missed the jump, landed on the moon, and now there's a whole herd of cows living in the middle of the moon.
Ollie,
where do you think the green cheese comes from?
Ollie, don't you have a good flat Earth debunker?
Yeah. People are sick of hearing it though. So,
well, but Justin's never heard it.
Yeah, I've never heard it.
Oh, Ollie, spare me, please. No, all right. I want Justin to hear this because it's actually pretty funny.
Right. Me too.
All right.
All right.
I have an undefeatable flat Earth argument for you. All right. The Earth is covered by approximately 70% water.
78.
Most of that water is not carbonated. Therefore, the Earth is flat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a carbonated Earth. It's a flat Earth. The water's flat.
Like at the bottom of all dad jokes,
So
that's where that sits.
Yeah.
That might be the worst dad joke I've ever heard, and I like a good dad joke usually.
Yeah.
No,
That's
the
why I
worst
wanted
dad
you to
joke
hear
is
it,
why
but I
did
actually like
Scarecrow
it.
win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Okay.
I like that.
That was really cheesy.
Well, yeah.
Outstanding in his field.
So Tons of Mice has already clipped that part of the video over on Twitch, and he's posted a link to it. So
There you go.
Okay.
no, not you. When I said what I said, and someone said, "Oh, they're going to clip that," well, he did.
Yeah.
So,
We're shooting junk into space.
yeah. Pardon me. What?
Have you guys seen the new satellite launcher that is just a it's
Oh,
it's
the
a giant
trebuchet.
yeah. It's so awesome.
Well, it's more like it's more like it goes around like this, and then it wings it up into space.
Centripetal launcher, yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
centripetal,
so
that's it.
cool. It's such
It
a
is.
cool idea.
Wow.
Sounds like an addle, you know. It's
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Trebuchet?
Yeah.
Is it a trebuchet?
Well, trebuchet is a little different. Trebuchet is closer to like a catapult, but this thing is like it looks like a snail shell that you rest on its side, and then it just wings it around, and then whoop, it launches it.
Yeah.
So it's all
It's
centrifugal
basically
force.
yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting for the space elevator made out of buckyballs.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I don't think the space elevator works.
Why?
Not yet.
Yeah, they got to plug it in first.
It won't with that attitude.
No, just think about the different speeds, right? Like something turning on Earth at the speed that Earth's going, then once you get it out there, it's going to lose its momentum and just
Why?
put something that long.
Why?
Like we don't have material that can be that strong, as far as I'm,
Buckyballs.
graphene.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I think so, but anyway, it'd be nice.
Come on, dude. We got
but I don't
vibranium and adamantium. What are you talking about?
It's all buckyballs.
Unobtainium too.
Unobtainium,
Yeah.
No, it's graphene. They're talking about like graphene. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I'm talking about.
Graphene nanotubes.
It'd have to be almost something whippy, wouldn't you think?
Graphene.
Yeah.
Yeah, graphene is going to blow up. The industry is going to be bigger than people realize. It's going to be really big for electrical engineering.
Oh yeah, and space travel.
Medical.
And medical too. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Graphene. And space elevators.
Space elevators.
No, forget the space elevator. You got to get that little centrifugal launch system that they got.
Yeah, we were talking about that
we
too.
That's how we got to buckyballs and everything. The space elevator.
Right.
You got.
Oh, so I am caught up. Okay, we're good. That's what I would have said.
Roll
back
with the
then, so.
changes here, Mikey. Roll with the changes.
I'm just my answer was exactly what y'all's answer was. So that just lets me know I'm in the right crowd. Yeah, y'all get me. Yeah, I know what y'all said. Y'all know what I said. We understood.
Yeah, we got you. Absolutely. No.
Mikey was already up to speed before coming back.
Right. I missed it and got caught up at the same time.
He was ahead of speed when he left.
Yeah. Which timeline did I leave in? Holy shit.
What Earth is this?
That's a good question.
Bizarro
What Earth
world
would
right
we
now.
be according to the would it be 616? Is that the one?
No, we don't have any
Yeah,
superheroes in our
16.
universe.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, did anybody see the new Star Wars thing?
Oh, the Skeleton Crew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Part of the world, I liked it, but I didn't like that part of the world was Earth-like. No.
What do you
That's
mean?
why I watch Star Wars. I don't want to see a neighborhood with lawn mowing
Sir.
and
Sir.
dogs barking. Oh,
Sir,
no.
Sir.
Why?
Sir, you've been to Alderaan. You've seen Naboo. Sir, they had manicured lawns at the palace, sir.
Yes, they
You
did.
But
didn't say a word, sir.
no, this was
Yep.
different.
Sir,
This was just like Earth, and it just
Do you
took me
remember
out
the
of
start?
it. I was like,
So
Do you remember the Star Trek episode where they went essentially to Chicago, 1928?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
went
was
to
the
Earth for half a
holodeck.
dozen episodes.
That
but
was the
yeah.
no,
holodeck.
that was
different.
No,
Star
it
Trek.
wasn't.
That was an alternate.
Star
No,
Trek.
that was an alternate Earth that was designed after the Chicagoland because the previous ship that had been there left this book about gangsters there, so they
That's right.
designed their whole fucking world
Oh,
around
no.
the gangsters.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
awesome. It
Yeah.
was one of the best episodes they ever did. It was really
I
great.
think I remember that. I liked the whole. I liked the show, but I just didn't like that they had that Earth.
Earth 420.
Right on.
Yo, don't deny it.
You see that, Ollie?
Can we,
Yep.
hey Neil, I just
Mine
smoked.
is 420. Sure, I'll agree with that.
Hey Neil,
At
I
least
just
them-
smoked. Can we play the outro, the intro to the after party?
You want to play it now?
Yeah.
We
I
haven't
want
even
everybody to
started
see
We
yet.
want
it.
to debut it.
We want to
Sure.
see it.
I'm not waiting a week.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
All right, here. This is the new intro that Mikey put together, clipping a bunch of stuff together for this. So for the after party. So it's the debut right here on the Old 64 Atheist YouTube channel.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Okay, fine. Here. Wait a minute.
No.
That was the
That's
same
not
one.
it.
No.
Wrong.
Wait a minute. What did I do here now? Is that the? That's not the. That's what? What in the actual fuck did I
You
just
pulled
do?
the wrong lever, Kronk.
Not that lever.
Not the other one.
The other one.
Somebody
Fuck's
knew
sake.
this
one
in
that-
church
that's-
of
It was
11.
not
Hold
this.
on. I'm sure it was
The,
this
the
one.
bright blinking
Okay,
red
let's
light
see.
that says "Do not push."
Let's see if this is the right
Oh.
one.
Yes, Sons of Mice, a piece of the action might have been the name of that episode.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's a good title.
All right.
Song, yeah.
Gene
Well, let's
was,
see.
Gene was a
so
good
this-
name, wasn't he?
All right. If this isn't it, then I don't know which one you sent me. Hang on, because this is the. I just uploaded this one from the drive. So. Nope, same
No.
fucking one.
I don't know.
You broke it, Mikey.
No, I didn't though. I mean, it's literally
Mikey,
called "Sing Along After Party Intro." Like,
Oh.
I spoiled the surprise. Damn it! I'll just share
Can you
screen.
pull the lever, Mikey?
I'm gonna share
Can you?
screen.
Can you?
Yeah,
Okay.
just share the screen. Yeah, there you go.
Uh
Well, hold on.
Uh-oh.
'Cause if I
He
go
saved,
back,
he
to the
saved
drive-
over it. Uh-oh. That would be bad.
oh. You got it.
Hang on. Hang
His
on.
His eyes are going from window to window. Look at him dart like ping pong balls. It's like he's watching Venus and Serena.
Remember in the
You need to add-
90s, whenever you
you need
plugged
to
a
add-
home video into the VCR, you had to wonder if you recorded over it at some point in time?
Oh, the
Uh-huh.
fear.
You got to add Mikey to the team in Talk Studio. That would help
I am.
because then are you on the team?
Yeah,
And why can't you just effing
because it
play
says
it?
hosts only.
Well, that's weird because Bree can do it on the transpositions when we do this stuff.
Maybe you guys have like a group email or something that she's using.
Nope.
But like he's using his, and I have my own stream thing.
Oh yeah. Well, what you got to do is you got to
Ah.
you've got to invite somebody
Figured it out?
to be
He did.
a member of the team
Aha.
You did.
on
So, like,
their
I-
email, and they got to respond.
I did, but it just
Okay.
gives me. I got like a weird connection here
Yeah.
on this Streamlabs
Alright.
backside here. They just treat me like garbage over here at Streamlabs, even though I'm not wearing it today. But my black hoodie is a Streamlabs hoodie because I am in their platinum streamers club with over.
Really?
I have eclipsed 1 million streaming points.
Wow.
God damn it!
So I got a
Then
free
you got to
hoodie.
get on those people right
I
away.
mean, I should be royalty. I shouldn't have to
You
even
should
click
be.
nothing. I should just like.
Damn right.
Legend.
I should just be just swinging around this joint. Like I should, but that's not how it works.
Did they send you
How
the
it's
black?
going, huh?
Did they send you
put
the
me
black
in-
credit card yet?
No, they just send me a black hoodie. They just send me through the service entrance. I can't even go through the front door like everybody else. It's crazy.
Bastards. Do they make you walk through a pouring shower while you're at it too?
And it's snow uphill.
Yeah, that's right. That's bullshit. I wouldn't put up with it.
Oh my god, icy steps. It's icy step season. Like I'm staying.
Oh yes,
I'm staying on this dimension outdoors until I see the groundhog shadow. Because let me tell you something, there ain't nothing like busting your ass on some black ice onto a concrete step. Oh, and you got your hands in your pockets.
I managed to do a face plant a couple of weeks ago because of steps.
Man, I hate it.
Years ago when I had a newborn, I did it while I was carrying the newborn, and he went way up in the air.
Oh my gosh!
And he landed right in my arms, and
yeah,
was only crying because of the shock, but he was fine.
That's like every parent's worst nightmare.
Man, every time I'm on the stairs, I just have like a Final Destination moment. I'm like, no, I will grab the railing. Yep, I will grab the railing.
Image of him in the air. I still see that image of him in the air.
I'm sweating just picturing it. I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's making me kind of nervous.
My pits are going right now.
I caught him. He landed right in my arms.
Nope, pit's still going. Can't turn him on. God damn. Now we have a situation. I'm fear sweating.
Like he needs this.
So where's this intro? I'm still waiting for the intro.
Go for it, Neil.
Yeah, what's looking for the intro?
No, I can't even hear Neil. Oh boy.
No, that's me. Sorry. Hang on 1 second. For fuck's sake. Hang on just a sec here.
Okay, I'm holding on.
I'm trying to get this to work properly. So it seems to download
Your icon is different, Alma.
I'm sorry?
In the fuck? Your icon. I didn't recognize you at first. It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was saved on the phone because I am on my phone right now, not on the computer. And it stayed like that, but it says, "Not today, Jesus."
Not today, Jesus.
Oh, Alma, what's the name of that song?
The name of the song, let me look for it.
Because I found like he had
I can find the link because I sent it to me on Facebook, so I have to look for it on Facebook.
I'll look on their Facebook side because I was looking on like he put up like a short, like a YouTube short, talking about, hey guys, check out the song wherever you listen for songs. I'm like, what is the song? And he didn't. I was like, yo, I know. I was like, how you gonna not tell me too?
All right, here we go.
Really?
Here we go. Yeah, hang on.
Shock me.
I found the link.
Okay.
I posted it on the chat.
Your butt.
Tight.
That's very good.
That's great.
That was something.
That was tight.
It was yeah. Holy fuck! You grabbed a
You
lot of
screwed that
clicks
one
from
on
all
tight,
over the
Mike.
place for that.
Yeah,
Did
some old ones.
Like one of my
Yeah,
times
it's good.
on Truth Wanted. Holy shit!
Mhm.
With Dan. Yeah.
And you as a
Where did-
cartoon with Paul.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
on the Apologias channel. Yeah,
That was very
That's
good.
great.
So
Oh, did
I
you see
just
Zod stuff?
saw.
Put- Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just recently discovered Objectively Dan.
Mhm.
Has he been on the scene for a while?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Many
Okay.
years. 10.
Yes, quite a while.
I first
wow,
met him in
okay.
2019. So
And Zod just dropped out. Prophet of
18,
Zod, I
19,
saw.
somewhere around there.
I saw the Prophet of Zod saying that he's no longer going to be doing
Yeah.
the Prophet channel. That does really depressing for me. I loved his
Yeah.
I
channel.
know. I
Me
know.
too.
I know.
Okay.
He's very good on his videos, so I'm also bummed that he's not going to do it anymore.
I
Very
got to
good
do
counter-apologetics.
some voice work for one of his into it was like Into the Spider-Verse, but it was Into the Zodverse, I think it was called. And I got to
I
play
saw
one of
that.
one of the characters in there, which is a lot of fun.
Cool.
There's
I
a lot of
remember
these atheists that were like really formative to me in my early years. And it's kind of weird to be like interacting with some people now that I'm on this side. You know what I mean? Like, because like you don't think that you're going to be interacting with these people ever, but as it turns out, sometimes life tells you it sends you in directions you didn't expect. But like, so it's really interesting. But I'm discovering that there's a lot of other people on the scene that I don't know yet, and like I'm the new guy here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, honestly, dude, one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on is so you could meet some more folks like this, but also you might see people in the chat. And you're like, oh, wait, I think I know that name, and they have their own channel and they do their own thing, right? So, and if you come to like BajaCon, is I'm planning to be there in August as well, and I can introduce you to a slew of people.
Justin, are you following Godless Granny?
I am. I love Godless Granny. Yeah.
Kelly's great.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Kelly's wonderful.
I got introduced to Godless Granny through Jennifer Bird, Dr. Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was on her show today, and it was a really good panel. I had a lot of fun.
I'll have to check it out. I love her stuff.
Yeah, she's great.
Cracks me up.
I had her on. This is probably 3 years ago now. Way back when she was first sort of starting
That's
out.
when I was behind. That's when I was backstage.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
love her. I love her tagline. You know, her final words are always "Live your life," and it's just, yeah, do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm. Nice. Mikey,
There's
I put the link on the chat. Well,
I already added
for the
it to my
song.
playlist.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this real quick here. It's really good seeing Easeism back in the chat.
Yeah.
He was on hiatus for a long time, and he's apparently a big fan of yours, Justin. So
Hey, thank you, Easeism. I appreciate that.
I have
Ease
a piece
is
of
the
art
homie.
that Ease did, and you know what? And I said I really like that because he showed it on one of my streams one time because I had him on the show. And he just sent it to me. Like I paid for the shipping. He didn't even make me pay for the artwork. And I'm like, well, you work hard on stuff like this. I got to pay. But I'll show it to you right now, real quick here.
I was about to say, I'm about to go get mine in a second. It's up hidden in the closet so these dirty animals don't destroy it. Yeah, I'm talking about
Your wife and your kid?
how dare you? How dare you?
I saw
I'm
this
wondering,
and
I didn't
had to
understand
have
the
it.
reference.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
It's the cookie
Oh,
monster.
nice.
That's
Cookie
cool.
Monster.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And I'm like, what? I just love how he's got the little eyeballs in the cookies too.
I never noticed that.
Because googly eyes make everything better.
Have I introduced you guys to the god that has defeated all other gods?
Oh,
No.
this
What was
sounds
that?
so familiar to me.
No.
Oh,
Doug?
yes.
Wow.
This is my
I have
number one
seen
tool.
you on TikTok. I saw that thing.
Yes.
So
I was like,
I did a
"What?"
I did a live a while ago saying that Jesus is just a pet rock. He provides all the same benefits that you get from a pet rock. And
Okay.
wildfire, but it's the greatest tool against presup apologists because they just presuppose that their God is the thing, right? And then I demonstrate them like the rock that I'm holding in my hand. I can presuppose that this is the God, and it's equally as valid as every argument you're making. Every argument you're making for the Christian God, I can make for Doug being the God. And so I'm demonstrating to you how weak your argument is if this rock is equivalent to your God, and they can't handle it.
I think I learned that from J Mike. He does that very well.
Yes.
Do you have a Bible-like book that praises Doug?
Yeah, in fact, I've compiled a combination of passages about Doug the rock god, and I recite them during the live so people know that Doug was told about in the Holy Scriptures, and that he is the firm foundation, the rock of our salvation. He is the stone that the builders rejected.
He was prophesied about.
It was prophesied.
I thought that Eric Clapton was the
awesome.
God, but
Fuck Eric Clapton.
Eric.
I know.
No,
If you're
he's
under a
racist,
viaduct of the 70s, yeah, he was.
Is EC still making music?
I think
He's
so.
mailing it in pretty much.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, he's still around. He's a
little- I
horrible
think-
human being. He's a terrible human
Oh,
being.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He's been saying
Oh, yeah.
He's been making anti-mask comments, and he's flirts with
Time to
being
break
right
you
wing.
on
And then he
order.
was very racist in the 70s at a concert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a shame. I didn't know
it's
that.
like all those hippies in the '60s that kept spray painting Clapton as God on the walls of London. It's like, not really, no.
It's not too often you
Well,
get a big
God
chunk
is
of that.
racist. The God in the Bible is racist. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not too often you get that big a chunk of the gold seal on your hash, eh?
Oh wow! Look at you.
wow.
Holy shit, dude! That's huge. Like what? That's like
Quarter
you could
pound.
Register
That's
that
a quarter
as
pound of
fucking
hash.
weapon.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's a quarter pound of hash.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Is
and
it,
he's
is
gonna
it
smoke
directly
all of
from
it
Lebanon,
right
man?
now.
I mean, what the hell?
No, the Lebanese
Well,
one. is a
I
little
ordered
different.
half a pound at a time, so
You can
Of
just
course,
order it on the
as
internet?
You do.
Yeah.
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 It was
As
more,
one
but
does.
yeah.
I've seen a brick huge, like a big brick like this that they chop those things off of, and I see the full
Yep.
gold stamp on it. Yeah. It's,
Ooh, Mikey's.
Sounds like
oh
a
yeah,
deal.
that's
Jeez.
nice too.
And I'm getting low on weed.
Oh,
I only
that's
got the
cool.
one jar left of weed. All right.
You should
So-
see what you
Look
can
at the
find on
one jar.
Etsy, Ollie. Check on Etsy and see if they have any weed.
No, they don't have weed on it.
Seriously?
You can get
Oh,
pipes
bro.
and rolling
Yeah,
paraphernalia that they're homemade stuff.
I
and
was
cool shit like
kidding.
that, but
That was sharp,
you can't
Mikey.
get weed.
So,
Is this-
so that train thing is from Ollie.
Love this thing.
That's
Right.
great. That's awesome.
Very
What?
nice thing.
I love the way he
picture
blends
of the
colors.
train thing, yeah.
So cool.
Well, because Tons was asking if that's Mark Twain and a train.
No, during the show, Mikey said something about Justin not being the train engineer type of engineer.
Oh yeah.
So I was in the other room listening at the time, and it was like, all right, I got a picture I'm sending Mikey today, and I went and found a stupid train engineer picture and sent it to get my
If you
invite
look
to
closely,
the
it does look a little like Mark Twain. A train.
I'm not looking that close. Sorry.
There is a surprising amount of
was-
people who don't know that engineers aren't on trains. Like there's a lot of people who just associate.
Oh,
There are clearly engineers on boats.
Not every Illuminati is an engineer, but every engineer is an no.
What?
Or spaceships for that.
Oh no, Masonic. I'm sorry, I meant.
I don't know. You say engineering to me, and I just think of Scotty on Star Trek.
Yep.
That it might take me an hour, but I'll get it done in half the time or something. I can't remember.
Well,
So
Casey
are the
Jones, you
female-
better watch your speed, is all I can say right now.
if you read his memoirs, he actually says, I always exaggerate by at least 60% so I can come in under time all the time.
Yeah, so I look like a miracle worker.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Yeah. It'll take 2 hours, but I could do it in one. Well, folks, I'm gonna wrap this up. I got an earlier than usual wake up time tomorrow because she'll actually have to go for breakfast, not brunch, with my mom because my mom's got something going on in the afternoon. So I got to get up at like probably 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And it's like why? I don't have to go to work. What's this shit? Well, I wake up at 4 every day.
Oh.
Yeah, I go
4 in the morning.
I know. Yes, there's a 4 a.m. I have to go to work by 5. So
That's
I
crazy.
wake up time and I start my shift at 5 o'clock.
What the hell is
There's
sleep?
a 4-hour time difference between Neil and I, and he still gets up earlier than me most days.
Anywho, once again, Justin, I just want to say thank you so much for joining Mikey and I and sticking around for the after party too. That's always.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm just going to keep repeating "Notice me, senpai," over and over and over and over.
So if you guys know of like atheist agnostic channels that I should be aware of, send them to me because like
For sure.
I literally just got online like a little over a year ago. Like I'm still learning of all these channels. Prior to me like getting on social media, I didn't spend any time in this space. It wasn't relevant to my life, right? But I keep discovering there's tons of people I don't know yet, and I want to follow them. So if they got YouTube accounts or TikTok accounts, send them over to me so I can get them integrated.
The playlist around here is
I gotta do
fat.
something real quick.
There's like 500 something people. So
Nancy, who's in the chat, who's on the Apostate Sisters, I'll guarantee you, if you reach out to her, and I can hook you up with her, they'd probably love to have you on their show as well.
Sure thing. Right. Love to be there.
But they don't do live, but they record and then they edit and then they put it up. Right. So
sure, not a problem.
You can follow me at Steffi Kath, and you can also see my work on the at the Transpositions every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern, and or Friday at the 0 hour UTC.
So, Steffi, what's your handle again?
At Steffi Kath is my channel, which has been woefully inactive for a bit, but I may start ramping it up again a little bit. And at the Transpositions.
Okay, is it
CATH? CATH, yeah.
There's a private
and you have
chat.
a YouTube channel?
Trying to help.
What's that?
Stephanie Catherine? That's not you.
Yeah, that's right.
There's apparently another one.
That's right. Well, there can't be another at Steffi Kath.
That's what I'm saying. Just put it in the chat.
Yeah,
oh God.
Drop your URL.
There you go.
There you go,
Justin. Fuck yeah. Come on over, Justin. Find them on YouTube.
I know you're busy on Sundays. But if you're ever not, Wes wants you over on the Skeptic Haven too.
Yeah, I saw that. Do they only go live on Sundays?
They also go live on Saturday at 1.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
There's different shows during the week.
Saturdays for sure. I can definitely get on. I was looking through the comments. Yeah, I'll look through the comments to see if Steffi's channel was listed. I don't see it in the comments, but I did. Steffi Kath. Is it Stephanie or Steffi Kath?
It's I put it in the stream. It's STEPHICATH.
Why am I in YouTube? Because of that thing.
What
the hell is YouTube Music? And how did I get
not showing up?
I don't know. Where am I?
All right.
So here it is. I'll put it in the main chat so that everyone can see it. Right there. There you go. There you go.
Also,
so
if you want to join to Skeptic Haven, and they're going to do a show next Saturday regarding the Christian Bible in schools.
Oh,
I don't know if you want to join for that subject. I think they're looking for people who join.
All right.
oh, I added an E after Steffi. That's what I got wrong. Okay, we're good now.
There you go.
Now we're good.
All right, everybody. Thanks everyone in the chat for hanging out with us tonight and putting up with our shenanigans as usual. We appreciate you guys. If you do want to help the channel out, I have ways listed below. I got rid of Patreon because they went and did the stupid OIS or OIS, so whatever the fuck it is. You have to subscribe through an app or some shit now. Like, screw that. So I got rid of the Patreon. I don't care. I'm going to start up some other ways you can also help out the show. But for now, we got the PayPal. And we also got, if you really want to help me with my Lego addiction. And my little devil lady here, devil lady here says, yes, help.
No, look at the pile behind him. Look at the pile of unopened boxes.
Not a pile, Ali. It's a wave.
Building Legos is therapeutic.
Until he gets 12 shelves on that
Have you
wall
seen the new
behind him and
bearded
lines up
dragon?
all of those completed, he doesn't need any more.
I saw a bearded dragon Lego set that looked really cool.
Yeah, I already have it.
Oh, you already have it.
Yeah.
You should build it.
I have the Chinese dragon.
Anyway, that bearded dragon was code.
It is.
Anyway, that's what it, guys. So until then, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like great Carl said, ordinary claims require ordinary evidence. And we will see you guys next time.
Good night.
Thanks for having me.
Good night.
Gracefully fail.